Portrait photography hinges on lens characteristics that control perspective, sharpness, bokeh, and handling. The 5 lenses in this review cover a range from compact prime options to versatile zooms across Nikon DX and FX ecosystems, and include a Tamron option to broaden the value proposition for Nikon shooters willing to consider third-party alternatives. List number 1. Nikon AFS DX Nikkor 35mm f1.8G lens with autofocus for Nikon DSLR cameras. This compact prime is a staple for Nikon DX shooters seeking a fast, lightweight, standard focal length with excellent low-light performance. The 35mm focal length on DX yields a 52.5mm equivalent field of view, making it versatile for environmental portraits where you want enough background context without excessive perspective distortion. Its silent wave motor, or SWM, provides quiet, reliable AF, and the f1.8 maximum aperture promises subject separation and working in dim light. The lens uses 8 elements in 6 groups and accepts screw-on filters with a reverse-friendly rear focusing design and manual focus override for fine-tuning focus in critical moments. Overall, it's a smart, affordable option for both primes lovers and hobbyists who want a fast, non-zoom standard lens in a compact package. In practice, the 35mm f1.8G excels for head and shoulders to half-body portraits in controlled lighting and casual on-location shoots. Its short minimum focusing distance allows for slightly closer framing, while the manual focus override helps when you need precise plane of focus without toggling AF modes. The DX design provides good corner-to-corner sharpness when used on entry-level DX bodies, though on FX bodies in DX crop mode, you'll miss the full-frame field of view benefits. The subjective rendering is crisp with pleasing micro-contrast, and color rendition tends toward natural skin tones. However, being a dedicated DX lens, it should be paired with the DX camera to avoid the DX crop mode limitation, losing the full-frame potential.
List number 2. Nikon 24 to 85mm f3.5 to 4.5G ED VR AFS Nikkor lens white box. The 24 to 85mm is a versatile standard zoom aimed at FX format DSLRs with VR to mitigate camera shake. Its focal length range covers a broad portrait to street spectrum, offering 24mm for environmental portraits and 85mm for more intimate headshots. The lens features one extra low dispersion element to curb chromatic aberration and a silent wave motor for fast, quiet focusing. It is built with an internal focusing design and a 7-blade rounded diaphragm for nicer bokeh. While it's not a pro-level prime, its flexibility and VR make it appealing for travelers and event shooters who want one lens that covers a wide range of portrait scenarios. In practical use, the 24 to 85mm VR provides usable sharpness across the zoom range with decent center performance and acceptable edge performance when stopped down. VR helps in lower light situations and during walk-around sessions, though it won't replace a dedicated fast prime for studio work. Autofocus is generally reliable, and the lens handles well on mid-range FX bodies. The main trade-offs are slightly lower maximum aperture, f3.5 to 4.5G, affecting shallow depth of field compared to fast primes, and some softness at 85mm wide open. It serves well as a single workflow solution for travel, family portraits, and on-location shoots where space and budget constraints exist.
List number 3. Nikon ONE Nikkor 30 to 110mm f3.8 to 5.6 VR Black. This lens targets Nikon's one mount system with a telezoom covering the equivalent of a moderate portrait reach. The 30 to 110mm focal length on the compact Nikon ONE bodies provides flexibility for portrait work in a tiny package, with VR to compensate for camera shake during longer focal lengths. The lens is designed for a consumer-oriented line, prioritizing portability and convenience over absolute image quality at the long end. While not a traditional DSLR portrait solution, it offers an approachable option for those using Nikon's mirrorless ONE system who want a compact, stabilized teleportrait option. In real-world use, the 30 to 110mm VR delivers convenient framing choices with reasonable sharpness for a compact system. performance at 110mm is serviceable for casual portraits, especially in well-lit environments, but it isn't a prestige portrait glass by today's standards. The autofocus and stabilization help with candid or travel portraits, but performance is more dependent on the camera body's AF system. The build is portable, but the optical design on a smaller sensor yields more noticeable depth of field control challenges and less subject isolation compared to larger sensor primes.
List number 4. Tamron Autofocus 10 to 24mm f3.5 4.5 SPDI 2 LD aspherical IF lens with built-in autofocus motor for Nikon DX digital SLR cameras model B001 NII. Tamron's 10 to 24mm is a wide-angle zoom designed for Nikon DX bodies, marketed as a compact high-utility lens for environmental portraits and architectural contexts. With a 15 to 36mm equivalent on DX, it gives you expansive framing that can be used creatively for group portraits and context-rich environmental shots. The built-in autofocus motor enables smooth focusing without relying on body-driven AF, and the lens is notable for featuring a relatively fast focal range for a wide-angle class. It's also marketed as the world's first 2.4 times zoom in its class, with a compact profile that appeals to travel shooters. In practice, the 10 to 24mm excels in environmental portraits where you want to place the subject within a broader scene. However, wide-angle distortion can be challenging around the edges, so you'll need to be mindful of perspective when shooting close to the subject. At 24mm and above, image quality improves, but there can be some corner softness and distortion at the extremes. For portraits, you'd typically reserve this lens for creative shots where environment matters more than traditional head and shoulders isolation. Its compact form factor, 77mm filter size, and build make it convenient for travel, though it's not optimized for maximizing shallow depth of field. List number 5. Nikon 18 to 70mm f3.5 to 4.5 GED IF AFS DX Nikkor zoom lens. White box, bulk packaging. The 18 to 70mm is a classic kit-oriented DX zoom that covers a versatile range from wide to short tele, effectively supporting general portrait work on DX bodies. It includes ED elements to reduce chromatic aberration and an aspheric element to curb distortion, paired with an SWM for quiet focusing. The 18 to 70mm range translates to a 27 to 105mm equivalent field of view on DX, offering near portrait to walk-around versatility. This lens is a practical choice for enthusiasts who want a single walk-around solution, especially for those who shoot on Nikon DX bodies where the format is a common starting point. In real-world use, the 18 to 70mm performs reliably for informal portraits and travel photography. At 70mm, you can achieve more flattering compression than at 18mm, with improved subject isolation compared to the wider end. However, it remains a kit-level lens, so you should expect some softening at the edges and limited ability to render ultra-creamy bokeh compared with faster primes. It's an excellent value for beginners or shooters who need a flexible all-in-one solution without swapping lenses frequently.